I have never been so excited about every shimmer in a palette like I am the new palette from Adept Cosmetics. Let's just say they created something otherworldly. You see what I did there? But all jokes aside, this palette is freaking stunning, and I cannot wait to show you guys both of the looks that I created and show you the swatches. I had a blast creating this look, and we still have to create the other one together. I'm excited to get into it. This is stunning. I already have thoughts. Let's go ahead and get started. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather, and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will stick around, subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. You guys know I love eyeshadow so much, and the way that my heart is always with the shimmers. The mattes matter, you know, but the shimmers are where it's at for me. I love special shades. I love holochromes, multi-chromes, and everything in between. And when I say I am so blown away by this one, just going off color story alone, this might be my new favorite from Adept. There are some really, really special shimmers in here. Some really unique shades that I have never seen anyone come out with before. And like you can tell, I'm like so excited to show you guys like how I created this look. It was so easy, but so fun. And we're going to get into it soon. But before we get into that, I did pick this one up by myself. I do sometimes get PR from Adept, but I did purchase this one. However, I do have a code with Adept. It is AOML, and it will save you 10% should you choose to pick it up. But keep in mind, this is by no means me trying to like talk you into buying something. My videos are meant to be inspiration to use what you already have in your collection, but also in case you are interested to share my thoughts and, you know, my excitement for the new launches, because I do love trying new things. So that is what I'm here for. But if you are interested in picking this one up, this palette retails for $79 US, and she is stunning. So you got 5 mattes in this one, but she is packed with special shades. I was looking to see if like there was any details about like how many special shades there are in the palette, but there isn't. I know there's at least like 3 or 4 holos. You have like really strong multi-chromes and stuff. We'll talk about all of the shades more as we like get into the video too. I have 2 holos on my eyes today, and I love them so much. But with all of that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the swatches. Let's go ahead and get into look number 1. Listen, I have never had such an indecisive time trying to prepare for a look, because I literally want to put every single shimmer in this palette on my face. I love these shimmers so much. I cannot even. They're so freaking good. We're going to do comparisons at the end or the beginning. I don't know. I might have already done them, but stay tuned for that if I haven't. But before we get into that, I have the weirdest blush combo on right now. So I did Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, but I haven't used this other one very much, so I wanted to. It's an odd color and I love it. So this is from Menagerie, and it's in the shade Goji, I think. And it's like this really pretty mustardy shade. It's the closest thing I have to chartreuse. Like, I want some funky color blushes, you know? I would wear them. But for highlight, I have on the Moonlighter from BLACKMOON Cosmetics. This is in the shade Glowworm. Looks white in the packaging. And I've talked about how the formula looks like it's going to be white, but it's not. It's so glossy and just beautiful all around. So I couldn't decide on a lip product till the eye look is done, because I know what mattes I'm doing. I just have no idea with the shimmers. So for lips, I did Shy But Fly from One Size. Look how tiny. It's getting so little. It's one of my most used lip liners. But I did the Fenty Glow lip oil on top of it, and it's such a beautiful combo. But as I said, I am so excited about this color story. it might be my new favorite. I mean, color story wise, we're gonna have to, you know, try it, make sure that I like the formula and everything, which I'm sure it will, and just see. But we're gonna start with this shade. You know, I love them murky greens, but I'm gonna put this all through the crease, and I'm truly just so excited about this. There's like so many hollows in this palette, some really unique hollows to my collection that I've never seen before in any other palettes, at least that I own, and I'm thrilled, so thrilled. But I'm just packing this all the way across and doing it at my angle that I like. Not really caring about the blending just yet. But I love this color. Oh my god, did you see the new palette from Diver & Cosmetics? I lost my mind with joy. It's beautiful. It has some of these like chartreuse shades in it too, and some olives. I'm switching to the E04, but I'm excited. They're showing the rest of the collection tomorrow as I'm filming this, and I do plan on picking it up. I'm excited. I love their singles, as you guys know. So I'm sure I will pick those up as well, as long as I can afford to, but I am excited. I don't really know the collaborator, but I've seen their work on Diveroon's site and a few other brand pages, and they do beautiful work. So I'm excited to see, like, play with their color story, you know what I mean? I think it's beautiful. But I've just switched over to the E08, but I don't know why, because I think I want the E03. And we're going to blend this out. So I'm still working on my Odin's Eye spring palette video. I still need to film the last look for that. But the last video didn't do very well, and I just think it's where I got those palettes so late. So when I got the other palettes in, like the one from Question Beauty and then this one, I have prioritized them over that. And You Had Me From Hello video, which I'm excited for that one. That one should actually already be up, talking about brands that I fell in love with from the beginning, and they just really kept my attention through the years, and my excitement level for them has like only gotten better, you know what I mean? So you guys should check that one out if you haven't yet. But for now, I'm just building this up, you guys. But that video was really fun. I'm actually editing it right now as we speak. Took a break because I got the notification that this was delivered, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I'm excited. Don't you just love this shade? Like, you could put this all over the lid and that would be so pretty, especially with this dress I'm wearing right now. The shade is so pretty. It's like, oh. So let's switch to a different color, and I'm excited about this combo. I hope it works, but we're doing this shade. So don't laugh at me, but I don't understand the reference for this palette at all. I never really like, I haven't dived into the whole alien stuff. I'm not like against it or anything, you know what I mean? I like thinking outside of the box, so it just hasn't caught my attention yet. So I don't really like know a lot about that whole topic, so I don't really understand the reference of the palette, but I will say the palette is gorgeous. But I'm just running this through the crease, and after I do that, I'm going to put it all over the lid. But I think I'm going to switch to, oh, I got things coming out at me, the E25 from Sigma. This really packs on as well. My notifications keep vibrating. Yeah, see, it like almost works faster. I'm gonna love this with my whole heart. Why don't we go ahead and like work the lower lash line too, so it doesn't look so unbalanced. So I'm gonna use the E11, and we are just gonna run this through the lower lash line. And I love that. And then I'll just use the E04 to blend. So far these mattes seem pretty nice, but my brain is like skipping around today. Is this looking like a bruise? Yes, but I love it. I love it. Who would thought like I would actually take effort and time out of my day to give myself a black eye? I love it. These are blending really nice, and you could tell like this matte is working really nicely as well. I just haven't like tried to get it up on the lower lash line just yet. I need a different brush. Let's use this little brush, the E54 medium sweeper from Sigma, and I'll just pack this on the lid. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and I decided we're gonna do some type of a halo effect with this, and we'll see if it works out, but you'll see. So I'm gonna start with this shade. It's so pretty. I love it, and I think on top of this like deeper color, it'll be really pretty, because I do think I want most of the lid to be shimmer this time. Maybe not the like very outer half of the outer corner, but everything else. So I'm just going to use this little shading brush from BH Cosmetics. It's like really old, but I'm going to just put this on the lid, and this does not disappoint at all. That is stunning. And then the same thing on the back half. Like, I really had such a hard time trying to figure out what I wanted for this look, because these shimmers are just, I mean, you see. Oh, and I love a shimmer with a black base or a dark base. I ended up taking it all the way out. Why not? That's so pretty. No, I might take it in a little further, but I think I want to do this shade. So this is the one I was talking about that is really unique. Like, I don't have anything like that in my collection at all. It's a hollow. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it. I'm trying to make it wrap down, but it's just so pretty, you guys. I love like the flips of it, but oh wait, I didn't even do glitter glue, you guys. I just went right on in. So I'm gonna put some glitter glue on the center of this, and I'll just spread it out with my finger. This is the CLIONADH Shine On. It's a favorite, you know. And I'm gonna put this in the center. It just has like that chartreuse shift, so I thought it could be cool. I don't know. We'll have to see like after I get it blended and stuff. This isn't like a full halo because you have the depth like going across all the way, but it's kind of a halo. I love that shade. It's so pretty. I'm just using my finger to kind of tap over those edges. And then I'll go back into that first shimmer and just kind of go over me doing this. So I am getting some fallout, but that's because I'm like blending with dry shimmers. Fallout brushed right away too. So now I could take like this shade and tap a little in the center. Let's just do it. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, that was the move. That is awesome. I'm going to take that deeper shade on the lower lash line, that first one I did, and I'm just going to use this little ColourPop brush because I want some sparkle down there. So I'm going to take it all the way across. That is such a cool shade. And then maybe we'll do that lighter shade, this one that I used in the very center. This is such a funky look, but I really do love it so much. I think it's so cool, so different. I don't think I've created anything quite like it, but I do think with the right lashes and liner, it's really gonna pull together, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'm gonna go finish this real quick and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. I am back with the finished look and I love the way this turned out so much. I love this eye look with my whole entire heart. I actually mixed a bunch of stuff to make this lip color too. Well, not a bunch of stuff, you'll see, but the eye look is truly like so good. I've never created anything quite like it, but I think it's stunning. So for the lips, I used two lip liners, Cafe and Khaki from Unearthly Cosmetics. I lined my lips with Khaki and then used like Cafe to contour my lips. And then I used the shade Mandy in their satin liquid lipstick, and I did like a thin layer of it on my lips and kind of like smudged it out to just give it that like green tint. And then I went back over it with the gloss, and I think it's such a beautiful combo. I love it so much, but I just cannot stop looking at this eye look. I did end up putting some of that light shade in the inner corner just to brighten up a little, and I do like the way that looks a lot. But for liner, I used the black from Glisten Cosmetics, and I actually really like this one a lot, so I'm glad that I finally tried it. But for mascara, I used the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit, and I used the Lush Lashes from Bright Lashes. But I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of this one. This is a favorite for sure. It's going down in the books as a favorite. I love like that pop of red sparkle, especially with the red highlights in my hair. I think it really brings it out. But let me know what you guys think of this one down below. But let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. I am really excited to create another look with this palette today, but I don't know what I did with the cheeks. There's so many layers of blush because I couldn't make up my mind. But I'll just go ahead and tell you, it's mostly these two shades. Rose and Brunch from DANESSA MYRICKS and After Party from Morphe, and I'll link them down below. But for highlighter, I use the shade Spellbinding from Unearthly, and the shade is so pretty. Like, I love her. And the like brighter shade you see is actually the shade from the palette. But like I said, I'm excited to get into today's look. So I think it's going to be pretty easy, to be honest. Let's start with an E08, and I'm going to dip into this shade. It's kind of like a taupey type of shade, and just run this throughout the whole crease. And just, you know, just going to pack it on for now. I will say, if I could change anything about this palette, it would be those two shades. I'm not into the beiges, so I feel like with the shimmers, this palette could have been like more exciting had it had like other shades besides the beige, but that's just my personal opinion, because I do think it can be fun to create like neutral matte crease and then add a fun pop of color. I'm going to switch to the E06 though, so I can kind of pack this on. I'm going to go ahead and take the E04 and do the same thing on the lower lash line. I'm pretty much just slapping these mattes down because I just want to get to the shimmers, you know? Those are always my favorite part when it comes to an Adept palette, or any palette for that matter. Did you see Unearthly is starting to show like what their launch is going to be for Halloween, and I can't wait to see what it is. Okay, I think that's good. Like it has enough depth, so I'm going to use the E03 to just blend this up higher. And I'm going to dip into some of this shade too. Transmutation or Transmedium. I haven't even tried to read these shade names. And that's another thing. Like I said earlier or yesterday, I don't know a whole lot about this theming. So maybe the neutrals make more sense than what I'm realizing. Now I'm going to dip into the green, that shade, Green Men, the deeper green. And I'm just using the E06 for this. I think these two shades together will be so pretty. And I'm not wrong. I absolutely freaking loved yesterday's look so much. That one was so pretty. I even made a reel because I just loved it too much not to. This one's turning out to be kind of smoky as well. That was a happy accident. But y'all know I love a smoky eye, so I'm not mad at it. I'm just using that E03 that has that previous shade on it to help blend all this out. I'm going to do the same shade on the lower lash line as well. I saw 2 of the Halloween launches today. You guys, they're so good. One of them is launching, I think, I can't remember the date she said. I know one is launching like mid-October, but one is launching sooner than that, and I'm so excited. You guys are going to lose it. They're so good. Okay, so that was really easy. So the next thing I want to do is just deepen it up a little. I'm going to use the E06, I think, to start with, and we're going to use that deep purple shade. And I'm just going to add some to the outer corner. Let's start with the lower lash line using the E11. And I'm just going to smudge some of this down here. This is why I didn't know what color blush to do. I feel like I should have done more of a nude color, but I don't really have any that are like really nude. Maybe I should have just done bronzer and wore it like as bronzer and blush. I didn't mean to use this little brush to fill that in up there too. I'm like so tired today. Me and my mom were on the phone for 5 hours last night, and then I had to get up early this morning. So I'm like dragging, you know what I mean? Our niece is moving back in with us. Well, she already has actually. And I have to start getting up earlier. So I'm trying to get like back on a decent schedule. But it's been great having her here. She's wonderful. She's so smart, has such a big heart, and is just has a beautiful soul. You know, you just, those people, and we all vibe like really well together. I'm using the E04 to put some more of this purple, but where it's on the screen, it's kind of like turning it black, which I'm not mad at all, honestly. If you wanted the purple to really peek through, you could like clean this off and then kind of cut the crease in the back and then add the purple, and you could really get that pop, but I'm not really going for that. But anyways, we just love having her here. And Amanda actually raised her, but she's been living with her mom for the last few years. Amanda's like missed her terribly, but now she's back with us and we're happy to have her back. So now we're going to dig into the shimmers, and I don't 100% know what I'm going to do. So I'm sitting here trying to pull out some brow teas. That's not going to work. So let's do the Shine On from CLIONADH. I don't know what the heck. I need a Red Bull. I might go grab one after this, honestly. But like I said, this was a really easy matte crease. So we're going to see like what we can do with the shimmers to really just spice this up. Because these shimmers are so good, you guys. Okay, so I'm like, I don't know which one to do. This shade is so pretty, and I do think it would go so well with this look, especially if you like put this in the inner corner. But every part of me just wants to use this hollow so bad. But should I just go with my gut and do what I think is beautiful? I mean, the hollow is beautiful too, don't get me wrong, but I do think that might make it more interesting. And then maybe we could even add a little bit of this like out here to add more of a pop. Or I don't know. I think I'm just going to do this. So let's go with it. Even though I want to use the hollow, I'm going to trust my gut. So let's use a E01 from Singe. And I'm going to use this very light shade first. Trans Medium. And we're going to put this here. That way it will kind of tone down that murky tone, chartreuse, just a bit. You know I love this shade. I loved it yesterday. I just think it's so pretty. Such a fun little pop. This is an E27 from Sigma. I am just going to kind of take this up and over. So I actually just started reading a thriller book. It's been a long time. I do love thrillers. I was reading Silver Elite, and I got all the way until the last hour and a half, and I had to stop reading it because it was giving me a panic attack. So if anyone wants to let me know like how that ends, I would really appreciate it, because I love the book so much. But I do have like really bad anxiety and PTSD, so some things, they just get to me. So if you know, like put spoiler and then do some spaces so you don't spoil it for anyone else. But let me know, please. Because I tried to look it up, I couldn't find anything. But now I'm reading The Girl in the Mist. And right now it's like rated a 4.5. But as of this moment, I would give it a like 3-star, but I still have like 9 hours left in it, so keep that in mind. But that's all besides the point. We're gonna dip into this multi-chrome, and I showed her to you. She is gorgeous. The shade is gorgeous, and we love her. That is so pretty. What could I do to help that chartreuse kind of merge into that? That's the question. I'm gonna add some more of this shade here. I'm so excited for the new Diverin collab because that color story is delicious. But this is so pretty too. So what do we do for the inner part? I'm thinking maybe just this lighter shade. It could be really cool. So we're going to try that. I'm going to do it on the E01. First, let me put a little bit of glitter glue down here. I'm going to clean off the brush just a little. So it's also almost my birthday. My birthday is August the 12th. and my upload that's either on or around my birthday, I do plan on having a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. It's my way of saying thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you've shown me since I've been on here, and I'm excited. I haven't had one in a little bit, so I felt like it was time. That's cool, but we're gonna make these two merge a little better. So I'm gonna dip back into that first shimmer, and we're gonna blend these together and make our own shade. I think this is delicious. It's kind of toned down, but we do have some color here as well. Does the shirt I have on go with it? I don't think so, but I'm not changing. So it is what it is. I'm going to take some of that shade right here as well. I should have probably sprayed that though. So now I'm going to pop some of this in here as well. And maybe we'll do like a little bit of that color like right there in the center. So I'm going to use that same, no, I want to use that little CLIONADH brush. It just does better working with shimmers on the lower lash line where it's like so small. And it really like puts it in the right place without bringing it down, kind of how that one did. Keeps it tighter to the lower lash line. Now that is cute. And this is the eye look. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. I think it's pretty, but it's not my favorite. The first one is definitely my favorite. I just feel like while I like this one, it's missing something. I don't know. We'll get into it. I'll see how I feel at the end and then give you my thoughts on the palette, but I'll be right back with the finished look. I am back with the finished look, and I love the way this turned out. Because of the liner, I feel like it really just added that twist that I was longing for. You know what I mean? So I used the shade Afterlife from Melt, and I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I did a little wing situation. They're not even, but you know, I did the best I could. I also switched out my lip liners for Khaki and Cafe from Unearthly Cosmetics. And I have on the gloss from NARS in the shade Smooth Talk. My nose ring is not clasped. And for mascara, I used the Bad Gal Bang and the Lush Lash. And like I said, I love the way this turned out. Now this one might be a favorite. Now I can't choose because I really feel like the liner really took it there. You know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think about it down below. Well, you guys, this was so much fun. I really had a blast creating these looks. These shimmers in this palette are truly just where it's at. I think they're freaking awesome. I also love like the little alien details on there as well. But like I said earlier in the first look, there are some really special shades in here that I've personally never seen done before, and I think they're freaking gorgeous. I also wanted to do some comparisons for you. So here we have the Unity palette, and then we have the new palette. So to me, these are vastly different. So we do have like this shade, this multi-chrome, that switches from that bright color to like a more deep green. But then you have that bright color over here. It's completely different formulas. But honestly, I think they're completely different. The green is a different shade. The shimmers are all different. I don't see it personally at all, but I did want to show you side by sides of them in case you were curious about that. And like I said, this palette, while I love it, it's beautiful. I love the color story, love the mattes. These are more like metallic shades, and you might have a couple duos in here as well, but for the most part, there are no special shades in this palette. I mean, you can arguably say all Adept shimmers are special, but you know what I mean. There's like no multi-chromes or hollows, which does make the Unity a lot more affordable. But this one is packed full of those special shades if that is what you're into. And it just so happens to be exactly what I'm into. Now, I have used several of the shades in here. I've used all of the mattes. The mattes performed beautifully. Shimmers performed beautifully as well. There are a few shades I have not used. I still haven't gotten to use one of my favorite shades, which I will soon, and I can't wait to. So, like I said earlier though, if I could change anything about the palette, it would probably be these two shades, although they are great blending shades, and they worked really well for this look. And if you're someone who does struggle with blending, they might be like really good for you to have in the palette. But personally, I would have liked to have had some other colors in there. I think it would have added a more fun twist to the palette, because you do have some like brightness in the palette, like this pink, you know what I mean? And while I can make it work with the mattes that are in here, I feel like it's a little more difficult than what it could be. Like it's missing something for me. I don't know what it is though, but all in all, I do love the color story. I just might pull in something else alongside of it, and I do think it's fabulous quality, at least so far. Stay tuned for my ranking to hear my final thoughts on that, which should be coming up soon. So I do need to try to use this soon, like on or off camera. But if you guys pick this one up, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys think of this one down below. Do you love the beige? Let me know. Some people are for it, and I like it every now and then, but I don't know. It's not my favorite color. They're like throwaway shades for me. But, I mean, they did help me in today's look, so I'm rambling. But let me know your thoughts down below. And again, let me know which look was your favorite. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here and choosing to spend your day with me. It really does mean a lot. And until next time, bye.